Hi friends, welcome to my show. I have for you today a very interesting book titled Catch-22, authored by American author Joseph Heller. Friends, in our normal day-to-day life, we often use this phrase Catch-22. It means a dilemma or difficult circumstance from which there is no escape because of mutually conflicting or dependent conditions. Catch-22 is a satirical novel. Joseph Heller began writing this novel in 1953. The novel was first published in 1961. It is often cited as one of the most significant novels of the 20th century. It uses a distinctive non-chronological third-person omniscient narration describing events from the points of view of different characters, where the author has or seems to have access to knowledge of all characters, places and events of the story, including any given characters and thoughts. The book has separate storylines which are out of sequence, so the timeline of the novel develops along with the plot. The novel is set during World War II from 1942 to 1944. It mainly follows the life of Captain John Yossarian. So he's the main protagonist, and he's a US Army Air Force B-25 bombardier. Now, bombardiers are members of the bombers crew in the US Air Force. Most of the events in the book occur while the fictional 256th Squadron is based on the island of Pianosa in Mediterranean Sea west of Italy. The novel looks into the experiences of Yossarian and other airmen in the camp who attempt to maintain their sanity while fulfilling their service requirements so that they may return home. The book has a very interesting plot. I'll take you through the plot immediately. During the second half of the World War II, a soldier named Yossarian is stationed with his Air Force squadron on the island of Pianosa near Italian coast in the Mediterranean Sea. Now, Yossarian and his friends endure a nightmarish, absurd existence defined by bureaucracy and violence. They are like inhuman resources in the eyes of their blindly ambitious superior officers. The squadron is thrown thoughtlessly into brutal combat situations and bombing runs, in which it is more important for the squadron members to capture good aerial photographs of explosions than to destroy the real targets. Now, the colonels continuously raise the number of missions that they are required to fly before being sent home, so that no one is ever sent home. So this is the catch. This is the catch-22. Still, no one but Yossarian seems to realize that there is a war going on. Everyone thinks he is crazy when he insists that millions of people are trying to kill him. Now, Yossarian's story forms the core of this novel, so most events are refracted through his point of view. Yossarian takes the whole war personally, unswayed by the national ideals or abstract principles. Yossarian is furious that his life is in constant danger through no fault of his own. He has a strong desire to live and is determined to be immortal or die trying. As a result, he spends a great deal of his time in the hospital, faking various kinds of illnesses in order to avoid the war. As the novel progresses through its loosely connected series of recurring stories, as I mentioned earlier, and anecdotes, Yossarian is continuously troubled by his memory of Snowden, a soldier who died in his arms on a mission when Yossarian lost all his desire to participate in the war. Yossarian is placed in ridiculous, absurd, desperate and tragic circumstances where he sees friends die and disappear. His squadron gets bombarded or bombed you could say, by its own mess officer, and colonels and generals volunteer their men for the most perilous battle in order to enhance their own reputation. Catch-22 is a law defined in various ways throughout the novel. First, Yossarian discovers that it is possible to be discharged from military service because of insanity. Always looking for a way out, Yossarian claims that he is insane. Now, this part is very important of the book. So, Yossarian claims that he is insane, only to find out that by claiming that he is insane, he has proved that he is obviously sane, since any sane person would claim that he or she is insane in order to avoid bombing missions. Elsewhere, Catch-22 is defined as a law that is illegal to read. Ironically, the place where it is written that it is illegal is in Catch-22 itself. It is yet again defined as the law that the enemy is allowed to do anything that one can't keep him from doing. In short, then, Catch-22 is any paradoxical circular reasoning that catches its victims in its illogic and serves those who have made the law. Catch-22 can be found in the novel not only where it is explicitly defined, but also throughout. The characters, stories, which are full of catches and instances of circular reasoning that trap unwitting bystanders in their snares. For instance, the ability of the powerful officer Milo Binder to make great sums of money by trading among the companies that he himself owns. As Yossarian struggles to stay alive, a number of secondary stories unfold around him. His friend Natalie falls in love with a whore from Rome and woos her constantly despite her continued indifference and the fact that her kid sister constantly interferes with their romantic rendezvous. Finally, she falls in love with Natalie, but he is killed on his very next mission. When Yossarian brings her the bad news, she blames him for Natalie's death and tries to stab him every time she sees him thereafter. Another subplot follows the rise of the black market empire of Milo Binder, the squadron's mess hall officer. Now, Milo runs a syndicate in which he borrows military planes and pilots to transport food between various points in Europe. Can you beat it? Making a massive profit from his sales. Although he claims that everyone has a share in the syndicate, this promise is later proven false. Milo's enterprise flourishes nonetheless, and he is revered almost religiously by communities all over Europe. The novel draws to a close as Yossarian, troubled by Natalie's death, refuses to fly any more missions. He wanders on the streets of Rome, encountering every kind of human error, rape, disease, murder. He is eventually arrested for being in Rome without a pass, or you could say a passport, and his superior officers, Colonel Cathcart and Colonel Cohn, offer him a choice. He can either face a court-martial or be released and sent home with an honorable discharge. But there is a price to it. There is one condition: in order to be released, he must approve of Cathcart and Corn and state his support for their policy, which requires all the men in the squadron to fly 80 missions. Although he is tempted by the officer, Yossarian realizes that to comply would be to endanger the lives of other innocent men. So he chooses another way out, deciding to desert the army and flee to neutral Sweden. In doing so, he turns his back on the dehumanizing machinery of the military, rejects the rule of Catch-22, and strives to gain control of his own life. So friends, if you've not read this book, you have indeed missed something in life. I would give the book 8 out of 10, and I would request you, if you find time, please read this book. It is extremely interesting. And so friends, that's all I have for today. If you've liked my show, kindly share it, and share it right now, and also press the like icon. Also subscribe the channel by pressing the red icon, and please do it right now, and don't forget to press the bell so that you're notified each time we upload a video. And for now, goodbye and see you soon.